Hello, it's your teacher, Mr. Wodge, wearing a very cheesy ear pierce. First of all, I wanted to say that if you can see my picture in the bottom right-hand corner, don't get used to it. This might be the only time I do this. It will be the only time I do this for a good long while because I've made a lot of videos over the summer and I didn't use the video for any of them. I don't see why you would need to stare at me while you're learning about math. But I did put it on this one just so I could try it out for one video and to be a little more welcoming. So welcome to the Flipped Classroom. Okay, I've already had enough of my picture in the bottom there. So that's it. You don't get to see me anymore. All right, let's get into it. What is the Flipped Classroom? So make sure you have your worksheet out in front of you. You should always have your worksheet when you do these. I actually want you to listen to the videos. I actually want you to interact with them, to try. And one way I can kind of encourage you to do that is to have you feel something in while you're watching them. So what is a flipped classroom? Well, to answer that, let's take a look at what a traditional classroom is, right? What usually happens when you come to my classroom? You come in and we answer some puzzles, which is great. It's fun. I'll keep doing that. I like it. Then we usually review questions from previous day's homework. And then there's a huge amount of the class where I'm teaching you something new. And you could be in one of three spots when I'm doing that. One is it's perfect for you. It's perfectly paced. It's challenging, but you understand it. You're really motivated to listen, etc., etc. I have a feeling that's a minority of people, to tell the truth. Then the other place you might be is it's way too slow for you. You're like, why is he taking so long? He doesn't need to show us that many examples. I could learn this in a third of the time he's taking, and it's painful for you. And the other place you could be is I'm going way too fast. You can't understand what's going on. You're embarrassed to put your hand up and ask questions because you think you're the only one who doesn't understand, even though I assure you you're not. And I'm up there going on and on and on, and you're just bored out of your mind. Okay? And then at the end of that, after I've done my big spiel, I give you 15 minutes at a time at the end of the class to do your work. Some of you don't want to do it. Some of you do, but you have questions, and you're frantically putting your hand up, and I'm trying to get to you, but there's 17 other people with their hands up, and I never get to you, and the whole experience is really frustrating. So the flipped classroom, I'm hoping, will answer some of those problems. So what the flipped classroom is, just like the word suggests, flip, we're going to flip things around. So what you're going to do in class, let's start with what you're going to do at home. You're going to get the lessons, like the instruction. You're going to get the lessons at home. How am I going to give you the lessons at home? With videos, just like this one, okay? But it'll be about math. It won't be me talking about flipped classroom. So what does that mean that you're going to do in class? In class, you're going to do your homework. Now, I know that means it's not homework, but that's kind of what's going to happen. That's the basics of the flipped classroom. Make sense? So you're going to go home, you're going to look at the video, you're not going to do any homework. All you're going to do is watch the video, try to understand it, fill in a worksheet. It shouldn't involve much thinking because I'll be going through it all. I just want you to try to understand. And then you know how usually when you go home and do homework, oftentimes what happens is you start the first couple of questions, you don't understand them, you get really frustrated, you give up, and even though you wanted to do your homework, you just can't get it done. Your parents don't understand how to do Math 11. That's understandable. What are you supposed to do? Well, now, wouldn't it be nice if when you were doing that homework, if I was there with you? Maybe not. Maybe that's a little creepy. But what I'm saying is, wouldn't it be great if you could ask me questions? Or wouldn't it be great if you could ask 16 other people in the class questions? And in this way you can. You'll come to class, and we'll do lots of the work in class. You'll be able to work by yourself, work with a partner, work with a group, ask me for questions. And then you can go back home and watch the next video. Why are we doing this? Well, I've already touched on some of these. Well, for one, I think it gives you more flexibility. Right? You can watch the videos when you want. If you want to watch them at 3 in the morning, you can. I don't recommend that. If you want to watch them right when you get home from school, you can do it. If you want to watch them in the mornings, you can do that. So I think it gives you more flexibility. I think it has you be more responsible. Like you're taking more responsibility for your learning. You have to decide, when am I going to watch these videos? Responsibility. You have to decide in class, how am I going to get this work done? Am I going to sit here and waste time, or am I going to ask someone to help me out, whether it be Mr. Wodge or whether it's the person who's sitting beside you, like that? I think it's more typical or practical for 2012. Okay, when you go to university or college or trade school or a new job or whatever, After high school, this is the sort of learning you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be flexible, and you're going to have to take responsibility. You're going to have to access resources, whether the resources are videos or manuals or tutors or whatever. And it's not going to be so much that you're going to have someone up at the front who's giving you all information and also answering all your questions. Okay, I'll talk more about why we're doing this as we go through this. How will it work this year? Okay, so as I said, you're going to go home and you're going to watch the videos. The videos I've made so far, most of them are between 20 and 30 minutes. Now, I think that might be a little long, and I'm going to try to, as we go on in the year, get them shorter and shorter. I'd like to get them more like 15 to 20 minutes. But I've made them 20 to 30 minutes for now because that's the best I could do. We will do this for the first 2 chapters no matter what. I don't care how poorly it's going. We're going to struggle through it for 2 chapters. I'm hoping it's going to go really well, and then we'll continue going. You'll have a chance to talk to me about how you feel about it. Please do not start after day 1 bombarding me with all your complaints and why this doesn't work and how come you hate it and et cetera, et cetera. If you want to bombard me with praises and stuff, that's fine. If you want to tell me how awesome it is and it's revolutionizing your learning, that's great. But we're doing 2 chapters. Like it or not, we're going to do it. So you'll go home and you'll watch the video, 20, 30 minutes. You'll fill in the worksheet, and then you'll come back to the class next day ready to do homework. Also, another reason that I'm really excited to be doing this is it gives us more time in class. I guess this would go up here. More time for collaborative, my horrible writing, creative work. Okay? You won't have to be listening to me going on and on and on. Okay, benefits. So there's a whole bunch of things I already talked about. One of the big things is I think I'll be able to have more contact with students. And we don't need any creepy jokes. What I mean is I'll be able to come around and talk to you more than I do now. Right now, how it is I run around frantically and I talk to just 5 people at the end of the class, and that's it. But if I have 40 minutes where everyone's working on stuff and they're working together collaboratively, I can come around, I can check in with you. Hey, did you watch the video last night? You did. Great. Did you understand it all? You didn't. Okay, what part didn't you understand? Okay, well, John says he understands that. Why doesn't John show it to you, talk to you about it like that? Okay? Something else that's really great about it is we have an archive of what we've learned. So if you want to review by watching part of a video or a video again, you can do that. If you need help, right, you can watch the video again. If you you can rewind videos, right? Or I don't know if rewind's the right word, but when you go home to watch the video, if you're not understanding something, rather than me being at the front and it's just gone and you never understand what I was talking about, you can just go back a minute in the video, watch it over again and again and again. Maybe you're going to watch it 4 times until you understand it. That's fine. Something else that's good about it is many times people are absent, and it's very hard for me to give you the whole lesson. I might have to just whip through something in 5 seconds or 5 minutes to teach it to you. This way, if you're absent, you're on a trip for 2 weeks or something, that's fine. All the stuff's waiting for you online. You can see it all there. Those are just some of the benefits I see. Okay, what else do I have here? How to use the videos. So what I would like you to do when you use the videos is to have your worksheet in front of you, just like you do right now. I want you to fill in the worksheet, of course. I want you to replay parts you don't understand. And I think it's important. You don't need to watch the whole video. You don't need to watch the whole video. I think the reason my videos are so long, I've talked to some other teachers. I went to a conference for teachers who are doing this flipped classroom, and a lot of them said they're doing the 15 to 20 minute videos. I think the reason mine are a little longer is because I've tried to show every step and to go, like, I don't want to lose you along the way because you know I can't see you when you're watching the video. You can't say, wait a minute, I didn't understand that step. So I've tried to go through every step and make sure you understand what's going on. So a great way to use the video would be, if we're answering a question on the worksheet, why don't you stop the video, try the question on your own, then just speed forward in the video and see if you got the right answer. Oh, I got the right answer. Great. I'm not going to go back and watch all that stuff because I know I can do that. Or, oh, I didn't get the right answer. What do I do now? Well, now I could watch that part of the video and make sure I understand how to get the correct answer. Okay, the disadvantages of this. Okay, one of the things, I'll be honest, one of the disadvantages I see with this is very personal, it's selfish. One of the reasons I became a school teacher is because I love being up at the front of the classroom. I love being the center of attention. I love being a goof at the front of the room. And I guess this cuts down on my time at the front. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing because I'm not up there boring everyone to death and only reaching a few people. But for me, I don't get to be the, what we say in the teaching world is I'm no longer the sage on the stage. A sage is a very wise person, right? And that's how, I guess I should say, no more sage on the stage. I now get to be the guide. This is very advanced teacher talk. Guide on the side. So that's good to be a guide on the side rather than a sage on the stage because I get to guide you. It's not all about me, but I'll admit it. It does seem a little hard for me because I like being up at the front. I love being the center of attention. You know that already. Okay, but it's a disadvantage for me, but I think it should be good for you. And the other thing that could be a disadvantage is, let's say you don't watch the videos. Okay, a few things about that. First of all, if you don't watch the videos, I'm not going to review the whole thing in class, okay? If only 6 people watch the videos, then only 6 people are going to have that time to work on it in class. Because if I start reviewing, then what's going to happen is no one's going to watch the videos at home. Why would you if I'm just going to redo the whole thing in class? And we'll be back to the traditional classroom. And I don't want that. I want to try something different. So if you're not going to watch the videos, then I'm leaving you behind. I'm sorry. So I get that every now and then you'll miss it. You've got a big dance performance. You went out to a concert. So here's what can happen. You come in, you say, Mr. Why didn't get to watch the video last night? Okay, do you have a smartphone? Do you have a laptop? Maybe I can get you a laptop. I'm trying to get a bunch of laptops for our classroom. You can watch it in class, but you should not be doing that every day, okay? So you need to watch the videos. If you miss one, you can watch it in class, and then you get on to the other stuff. If you finish early, by the way, you got half an hour and you're all caught up and everything, you can go ahead. Everything's on there for the whole chapter. So you got your smartphone, pull it out, put your headphones in, watch the next video on your phone or watch it on your laptop or whatever. Okay, like that. But you need to watch the videos. It just is not going to work if you're not watching the videos. And the other thing, this is the big thing, is you need to come to class prepared to work. If we're all just going to sit around socializing, it won't work. Okay, it's just going to be loud. I'm going to get annoyed, and no learning's getting done. So, of course, if you've got 40 minutes to work, I don't expect that every second of that you're like, math. You'll probably be chatting about other things from time to time. But the thing you should be focusing on is your math. I want it so you don't have any homework except for watching the videos. If you're not using your class time to do the math, then you're having to watch the videos and do your homework at home, and that's just not going to work. You're going to have hours of homework every night. I'm trying to cut it down so you only have 20 to 30 minutes of homework every second day because we only get math every second day. Okay? This last section here are the questions. I want you to come up with 2 other questions or more that you have about this. We'll start next class with a discussion. So you have to come up with 2 questions that you have about this. I don't know. They might be anything from a very specific how are we going to make this work question to a more broader philosophical question like doesn't this mean that you're not, whatever. I don't know what your question is, but I want you to come up with a question or 2. Okay. One thing I do want to be clear about, if maybe your parents are watching this, you're talking to your parents about this. What this is not just like a distance ed course. Okay. It's not like I'm asking you to learn all the math by yourself. It's very different from that. It's not like me just saying go watch Khan Academy videos. And the difference is you're going to use the videos to learn the stuff, but you're still going to come in and I'm going to be there to support you. We're going to be working collaboratively. We're going to be doing projects. We're going to be doing activities. It gives us more time to do that kind of work. Okay? That's it for today. I will always start and leave with you with some incredible music, which I'm sure will make a huge difference in your popularity in your social circles. Just mention these songs when people think you're the coolest cat on the block. So here it comes again, and we'll see you tomorrow, and that's it for today. Bye-bye.